going to be assembling an 800 pan drawer unit here. When you get your drawer systems, there are two types. There's an inset and there's a lay-on. When you open your box, you can tell the difference between the two sets of runners by looking at them. This is an inset because it has a long edge here, and this is a lay-on because it has a short edge. And when I hold the two together, you can see that there is quite a difference. Now I'm going to be fitting an inset drawer system to this unit, and to do that I'm going to build the unit up and explaining things as I'm going. Please read the assembly guide because there is a lot of information on here that will be helpful when assembling your unit. On the front of the assembly guide it tells you what panels you have in the box, what hardware is required and the minimum tools required to get the job done. All the fittings to assemble this unit have been pre-inserted for you. That's the metal dowel with a plastic sleeve and the cam that goes with it. When you turn the cam, it pulls this metal in towards the plastic, expanding the plastic, locking the dowel very tightly into your end panel. And the top rail, again, all the fittings have been pre-inserted. So, we now lay our panels out. When you lay them out like this, with the grooves together, this is my right hand panel and this is my left hand panel. And referring to my pan drawer assembly guide, I'm going to be fitting my runners in my unit to this guide here. We're fitting an inset drawer, so I'll be using the bottom set of holes on my runners. Making sure I have my left hand runners, and they are labelled left here. I place them onto my unit, ready for me to fix them. And the last one through. And then using the Euro screws provided, I put 4 Euro screws per drawer. And I'm going to be using the bottom set of holes here. So I'll be using this set of holes and the bottom set of holes in my runner. Now, fix them like this. And fit the last one. I repeat the same process for my right hand side. Okay, now I've fitted my runners, I'm going to fit the base panel to my unit. You can fit the runners once the unit has been assembled, but it is easier to do it like this. And turning the cams as I go. And then I fit my front rail. That's fitted here, like this. And last one is my back rail, and again tightening the cams as I go. I then slide my back panel itself into the groove, take my right hand panel and fit it. I'll do the front one, and the last ones are the ones on the bottom. Now I'm going to turn my unit onto its top so I can fit the legs. Once the leg boss has been inserted into the holes and you fitted the 3 screws required, when you actually fit your leg into the leg boss, this lug here expands this plastic, locking the leg securely into position. You insert your leg, making sure that the edge here is parallel to this edge here. Then drilling a hole. 1, 2, 3. You then insert the 3 15mm screws. Don't over tighten them. You take your leg, which has been preset on a stop to 150mm, which is the height of your plinth. Make sure it's screwed down to that stop like that. And then when you insert your leg into the hole, this lug will expand that plastic, as I said, keeping it very secure. And then tapping it down gently, making sure that it's secure. The plinth clip consists of two parts. This part is screwed to your plinth when ready, and then you slide this part on like that. It is recommended that you put the clip onto your leg for safekeeping. You have two plastic blocks that are used for fixing the rear of your work surface. You push them in and then using a hammer, gently tap them into position. The L-shaped brackets that you use to fix your units to the wall are fixed using 15mm screws, and you have two of those, and they go here at the top of your unit. If you put them at a very slight down angle, it enables you to get a screwdriver in for tightening the screws up like so. So we'll just put it like that. I'll mark it, drill it like this, screw it in like that. These brackets can be fitted flush, but it is easier for you to fix them to the wall if you give it a very slight down angle. And it literally just peels off like this. You do that before you assemble your drawer, because if you don't, it is very difficult to get the part off the top here. Okay, the difference between a lay-on and an inset drawer, not only is the lay-on drawer box size 122mm high compared to 90mm for the inset, the rear back supports are also different. The rear back support for the lay-on has this extra length to it, whereas the rear back support for the inset doesn't. Okay, they both work the same way, and what happens is when you push these in, you must make sure that the bracket goes away from you to form a space where the back panel will be fitted into. And this L-shaped piece here goes behind this lug here. And what you do is you literally just push it in, until it clicks. That then is exactly the right height for your lay-on drawer box. The inset one is fitted exactly the same. You have it so that the drawer back can go in there. And that again, the rectangle goes underneath this lug like that. And this is exactly the right height for the top drawer of your inset pan drawer set. Once you have both drawer sides to this stage, where you've fitted the rear back support, you then fit the back panel. What you do is you put it in here like this, keeping the back panel flush with the top here. You then drill two holes like that, and then using the 15mm screws provided, you fix them in. And you repeat for the other side. Again, making sure it's flush here. And then you slide your drawer base in. Slide the drawer base in like this, into its groove, like so. And then take your drill, making sure it's flush at the front, fix your screw in, and do the same on this side. And that is your drawer completed before you put your drawer front onto it.